Good afternoon for a beautiful spring summer day in Lake Barcroft. Behind me is now what's called, you'll see the Stuart Finley Bridge, named after Stuart Finley. Did a bunch for our lake and conservation, the outdoor stuff. Guys, for decades, this was not called the Stuart Finley Bridge. This was called the Causeway. Now, what a causeway is, for those that don't know, it's really hard to believe that some of you don't know, is an old-fashioned causeway was right here in Lake Barcroft. And what that is during rainstorms, this was not intended to be driven on. Water would actually flow over the bridge. I can count dozens of times where I saw this like a raging river. You could have kayaked across the top of it. And during the big rainstorms, people would gather right here, and on the other side of the lake they would gather. This would be a raging river, impossible to walk or drive across. And people would just wave at each other, and they would just, watch the water after the storm. That was normal. They'd come down with a cup of coffee or a drink and just hang out and watch the storm. So all of this actually dipped down. If you would actually stay right there, all of this underwater, old-fashioned causeway. So again, this is about 2000, a lot happened 2002, 2003-ish. The construction on this began. It was a big project. Was completed. This was then renamed the Stuart Finley Bridge. I was there. I watched them hang that sign up. So what would happen is on a big rainstorm, if you lived on that side of the lake and you had to head to Seven Corners, North Arlington, Washington, D.C., you would have to drive around the lake. You'd have to take Columbia Pike or Sleepy Hollow Road. That's the way the lake was. It sounds, like a stepping back in time, in today's modern world. You drive around the lake. Hey, that was just Lake Barcroft for the longest time. We can take a peek here, just gorgeous views. This is again the shallow, swampy-ish side of the lake. You'll notice old timers will still call this the Causeway. It's gonna be hard for you to see, but I can see some big carp. Just maybe shine it up here. There's some big carp fish. It's like a big goldfish underneath the tree right now. I can see some bluegill nests bedding down there, some turtles coming by. Lake Barcroft is always just alive with nature, and it's beautiful. So again, a little bit of the history of Lake Barcroft. If someone ever says the Causeway, they're talking about the Potterton Bridge. Again, I'm Mike Korin. If you ever have any questions or you want to see something answered on the Lake Barcroft show, please send it to me. I'd love to do a special based on your question. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.